Good morning, everyone. My name is Cameron Henderson, and today I'll be presenting on Chapter 16, Unions and Healthcare Organizations. This topic is crucial in understanding the evolving landscape of labor relations within the healthcare industry. So, unionization plays a significant role in shaping workplace policies, employee rights, and managerial strategies. So, throughout this presentation, we will explore key themes such as unionization trends, managerial responses, and the legal frameworks that guide collective bargaining in healthcare settings. Thank you all for being here, and I hope you find the discussion insightful and engaging. Let's begin. So before diving into the discussion, let's take a quick look at our table of contents. This presentation will cover the following key sections: executive summary, is unionization avoidable, is healthcare a special case, system growth and increased vulnerability, communications problems in healthcare unionization, supervisory positions, organizing approach, unequal positions, managerial roles, shifting ground rules, bargaining elections, when unions win, and references. Each section will provide a deeper understanding of unionization's impact on healthcare organizations and how both employees and management navigate these challenges. In today's evolving healthcare landscape, unionization remains a persistent and influential force, shaping workforce management and employee relations. So despite managerial efforts to curb union activities, the reality is that unionization is largely unavoidable. Healthcare professionals continue to seek collective representation to advocate for their rights, workplace conditions, and job security. While union membership has declined in some industries, the healthcare sector stands out as an exception. Membership remains high due to the sector's continuous growth, structural vulnerabilities, and the fragmented nature of collective bargaining units. This unique combination makes unionization an attractive option for employees seeking stability and support in an ever-changing work environment. Moreover, the flow of information within healthcare organizations play a critical role in labor relations. Effective managerial involvement is essential in addressing concerns, preventing disputes, and fostering constructive dialogue between employees and leadership. Transparent communication and proactive engagement can help bridge gaps and create a more harmonious work environment. Ultimately, the presence of unions in healthcare is a dynamic and complex reality. By understanding the driving factors behind unionization and embracing effective communication strategies, healthcare organizations can better navigate labor relations while maintaining a productive and cooperative workforce. The effectiveness of unionization efforts depends largely on the size and structure of collective bargaining units. Larger and more organized units often have greater leverage when raising grievances against management, giving unions a strategic advantage in negotiations. This advantage can lead to improved working conditions and stronger protections for employees, making union participation an appealing option for many healthcare workers. Even in the face of anti-unionization measures, union activity continues to thrive. Employees have the legal right to petition for elections annually, ensuring that union representation remains a viable option. In response, first-line and middle managers frequently consult labor attorneys and labor relations specialists to better understand and address union-related concerns. It is crucial that they navigate these situations carefully while maintaining full compliance with employment laws that prohibit retaliation against union members or those seeking to organize. The path to union certification primarily occurs through bargaining elections, where union must secure a majority vote. If successful, this process formally establishes a union's representation over a workforce. However, Once certified, decertifying a union is far more complex and challenging process. The legal and procedural hurdles surrounding decertification make it difficult for employees or employers to reverse union representation, reinforcing the long-term impact of successful unionization efforts. Ultimately, the dynamic nature of labor relations in healthcare requires a balance between managerial oversight, employee rights, and legal compliance. By understanding these complexities, organizations can navigate unionization efforts more effectively while fostering a cooperative and legal sound work environment. Managers often attempt to avoid unionization by employing substitution strategies to address employee concerns before unions intervene. Historically, organizing efforts focused on economic issues such as job security and work-life balance. However, many initial demands from labor unions were dismissed under the assumption that managerial concerns align with those of their employees. Over time, unions have won bargaining elections due to perceived managerial indifference to workplace grievance, particularly those related to communication breakdowns and working conditions. As employee morale declines, unionization becomes not only a practical but also a legal inevitability. When anti-union efforts are strong but fail to resolve concerns, union organizing capitalizes on these shortcomings to advocate for better compensation, benefits, and workplace protections. Unionization efforts have traditionally been associated with the manufacturing sector, but today, the service sector, including healthcare, comprises 75% of the workforce. Although overall union membership has declined to its lowest level in 6 decades, healthcare remains one of the few sectors where union organizing has gained traction. Factors such as staffing reductions, mergers, and corporate restructuring have increased worker concerns, fueling interest in union representation. Economic and tangible benefit remains at the forefront of union advocacy, but growing regulatory pressures and workforce constraints have made it difficult for managers to address labor concerns effectively. As a result, direct caregivers often feel compelled to engage in unionization efforts, seeing it as a way to secure better working conditions and job protections. The balance between meeting labor demands and maintaining managerial authority remains a delicate challenge for healthcare organizations nationwide. The National Labor Relations Act, or NLRA, recognizes healthcare organizations as distinct from other industries, with the 1975 amendments further shaping unionization regulations. For-profit and non-profit hospitals alike have seen significant union activity, with bargaining units forming to challenge managerial control over economic resources. While collective bargaining provides employees with a structured means of negotiating workplace conditions, it also limits managerial discretion. Recent trends indicate that bargaining units have become more fragmented within single healthcare institutions, complicating labor relations for administrators. As a result, today's healthcare organizations must navigate multiple bargaining units, balancing both union and non-union employee interests to maintain operational efficiency and legal compliance. Effective communication is essential for managing labor relations within healthcare organizations. Yet, information flows challenges persist. Upward communication channels, where employee concerns reach management, often suffer from managerial oversight, leading to grievances being overlooked. Horizontal communication, which relies on peer-to-peer managerial interactions, also encounters difficulties due to inconsistent policies and regulatory ambiguities. These communication breakdowns create vulnerabilities that labor unions exploit, emphasizing the need for structured and transparent managerial engagement in workplace disputes. By prioritizing transparent dialogue, managers can create a more stable and cooperative work environment that benefits both employees and the organization as a whole. Supervisors serve as the first line of management in healthcare organizations, playing a pivotal role in addressing workplace concerns and preventing unnecessary labor disputes. However, their influence is often limited when collective bargaining units impose financial constraints on the organization. Supervisors are expected to maintain neutrality in labor negotiations while simultaneously representing management's interest. This complex role creates challenges in dispute resolution, especially when supervisors are viewed as extensions of the healthcare system rather than independent mediators. For this reason, structured dispute resolution models are necessary to ensure fairness and protect both employer and employee rights. As organizations seek to balance operational efficiency with fair labor practices, supervisors must remain knowledgeable about labor laws and best practices in employee relations to minimize the risk of litigation and workforce instability. Union organizing often begins with informal discussions among employees before progressing to more structured efforts like leafletting and public advocacy. Union representatives carefully strategize to prevent management from detecting early organizing efforts, often enlisting employees with insider knowledge to gauge interest and mobilize support. Once organizers feel confident in their movement, they initiate public campaigns that include distributing literature, hosting informational meetings, and leveraging social media to garner widespread awareness. While these strategies help unify employees, they also present challenges for management, which may struggle to address grievances before they escalate into formal unionization efforts. Management must be proactive in addressing workplace dissatisfaction early on, ensuring that employees feel heard and valued to prevent union organizing from gaining momentum in their campaigns. Even before official elections take place, unions can file unfair labor practice charges against an organization, prompting intervention from the National Labor Relations Board. If these charges are validated, the NLRB can recognize the union as a bargaining agent without requiring a formal vote. Employees who take leadership roles in union organizing must be adept at articulating workplace grievances and advocating for employee rights. Their involvement in the organizing process provides them with the intimate understanding of managerial decision making, making them valuable assets to the union. However, internal divisions may arise when participation levels vary, potentially undermining union efforts. Additionally, fostering a workplace culture that prioritizes fairness and employee well-being can reduce the appeal of union representation, ensuring that organizations maintain a productive and cooperative workforce. Managers must navigate a delicate balance when addressing employee concerns, as their actions can directly impact unionization efforts. Seeking guidance from labor attorneys or labor relations specialists can help managers understand how to handle organizing pressure effectively while remaining compliant with employment laws. Building strong relationships with employees and addressing workplace grievances in a timely manner can reduce the likelihood of union intervention. Employees who feel valued and heard are less likely to seek external representation, making proactive management a crucial component of labor relations strategy. Ultimately, prioritizing transparent and fairness helps organizations navigate labor relations effectively while maintaining compliance with evolving employment regulations. The National Labor Relations Board has set clear guidelines regarding how managers must handle labor relations, particularly in unionized healthcare organizations. These guidelines prohibit managers from retaliating against employees for union involvement and require them to follow procedural models for handling grievances. Recent changes in labor regulations have resulted in more fragmented collective bargaining units, making it essential for managers to remain up to date on legal requirements. Healthcare organizations must negotiate with these units in good faith, ensuring that employee concerns are addressed through fair and transparent processes. By fostering a culture of open dialogue and mutual respect, healthcare organizations can create an environment where labor disputes are resolved constructively, reducing the risk of prolonged conflicts or legal challenges. Bargaining elections serve as the formal process through which unions gain official representation within a workplace. Conducted by secret ballot, these elections require a simple majority vote to be certified by the NLRB. If unions fail to secure the necessary votes, they may temporarily withdraw their petition before attempting another election in the future. While union membership is not mandatory, once a bargaining election is won, employees within that unit are required to adhere to the collective bargaining agreements established between the union and management. Maintaining clear communication channels, prioritizing employee satisfaction, and fostering an inclusive workplace culture are essential strategies for reducing the long-term impact of unionization efforts. Once a union wins a bargaining election, it is certified by the NLRB and enters into contractual negotiations with management. These negotiations establish the terms of employment, including wages, benefits, and working conditions. Managers must engage in these discussions in good faith, ensuring that agreements are both fair and sustainable. Transparency and honesty are essential to successful negotiations as they help build trust between management and union representatives. Establishing clear dispute resolution strategies within these contracts can prevent conflicts from escalating into prolonged legal battles. By fostering a collaborative relationship with union representatives, management can create a work environment that is both productive and legal compliant. Unions have 1 year to negotiate contractual terms before risking a decertification by the NLRB. During this period, management must remain neutral and cannot actively encourage employees to pursue decertification. However, they are allowed to provide factual information about the process and direct employees to official NLRB channels for further guidance. Managers must exercise caution when discussing decertification, ensuring that their actions do not violate labor laws or create an impression of bias. By fostering a culture of transparency and fair treatment, organizations can create a workplace where labor disputes are resolved internally, minimizing the need for external intervention. While management has limited influence over decertification efforts, they can take proactive steps to maintain a positive work environment, ensuring that employees feel heard, valued, and supported can reduce interest in union representation over time.